This is the WWNO Classical Network. Hi, this is Paul Mawson. Each Wednesday, we check in with Dave Walker, find out what's going on in the museum scene. That's because Dave is host of the Museumgoer.com. Dave, welcome back.
Hey, Paul.
All right, what's shaping up for this week?
This week there are a couple of film screenings at museums to tip you to. The first at 6 tonight is George Deroe, New Orleans artist, an installment of the Friends of the Cabildo film series. It will screen at the New Orleans Jazz Museum. The documentary explores the life and art of George Deroe, an iconic New Orleans artist and photographer who died in 2014. Reviewing the film in 2024, Doug McCash of the Times-Picayune wrote, Deroe was an artist's artist by anyone's standards. As one interviewee put it, everything that George did was done in an artistic manner. Bravo to the filmmakers for letting us be in his presence once more, close quote. One of those filmmakers, Jarrett Lofsted, will participate in an audience Q&A with artist John Malta after the screening. More at friendsofthecabildo.org. And at 7 p.m. Friday, also at the Jazz Museum, the new documentary, What We Can Know About Edmond and Basile, will screen. The film tells the stories of Basile Barré and Edmond Dede, 19th century New Orleans composers. Both men were Creoles of color. Barré was born into slavery. The evening will include a Q&A with director Sasha Eust and a performance by pianist Oscar Rossignoli. More at nolajazzmuseum.org.
And Day Day was the focus of last year's musical Louisiana concert in the cathedral, I believe, wasn't he?
That's right. The concert staging was the world premiere of a Day-Day opera written in 1887 but never performed, co-produced by the Louisiana Philharmonic Orchestra, the Historic New Orleans Collection, and Opera Creole. The performance is featured in the documentary. In public programs, Friday at the Williams Research Center, HNOC will present the annual Tennessee Williams Scholars Conference. Throughout the day, panelists will discuss a variety of topics, including new currents in Williams studies and writers and directors influenced by the playwright. And there will be a staged reading of a previously unpublished Williams short story. The day's most intriguing panel title, The Catastrophe of Success, at which the scholars will discuss the blessings and burdens Williams earned with the sensational 1945 debut of The Glass Menagerie. The event is open to the public with registration through the Tennessee Williams in New Orleans Literary Festival at tennesseewilliams.net. And drawn from the permanent collection of the Ogden Museum of Southern Art, the photography exhibit I Am the Face opens Saturday, highlighting ever-changing ideas, trends, methods, and technologies that define the photographic portrait, according to the Ogden's website, which also alerts us to one of the other things happening there Saturday. Curator Bradley Sumrall will lead a gallery talk at 2 p.m. in the newly opened exhibit Missinal Visions. More on both, ogdenmuseum.org.
Always fascinating to check Tennessee Williams' connections to New Orleans and very deep and very influential as well.
It was, and it's interesting that that panel's title is actually the headline he put on an essay he wrote himself. The success of the Glass Menagerie was a catastrophe, according to Williams himself.
If we could all have catastrophes like that.
I know. I know.
Well, if you want to learn more about anything we've discussed here, you can check out Dave's website. It's themuseumgoer.com. Dave Walker, always a pleasure. Thanks so much, and we'll catch up with you next week.
See you then. Thank you.